وكل الأمم أحاطت بي وباسم الرب قهرتها. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا.
معونتي من عند الرب صانع السماء والأرض. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا.
باركي يا نفسي الرب ولا تنسي حسناته. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا.
هيأت أمامي مائدة تجاه من يحزنني. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا.
كأس الخلاص أقبل وباسم الرب أدعو. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا.
دهنت رأسي بالطيب وكأسك تسكرني. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا.
بماذا أكافئ الرب عن كل ما أعطاني. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا.
الرب معيني فلا أخاف ما يصنع بي الإنسان. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا.
كريم بين يدي الرب موت أبراري. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا.
عبدت بك في الأسحار لأنك صرت لي عونا. هللويا.
فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته. هللويا. اعترف للرب فإنه صالح. هللويا. فإن إلى الأبد إلى الأبد رحمته.
right, hello everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. Those people asking what we are playing. This is a collection from the Old Testament, from the book of Psalms, songs for the Lord, praising the Lord, that our strength is coming from Him, speaking about how the nations will gather against Israel and against us, and how the Lord will always strengthen us and He will be with us. And remember one thing, if the Lord is with me, who could be against me? Uh, I decided to come. Today is the last day of the year, but always I am here with you, every day almost. So it's just a new day. But for us as a Christians, every day is a new year, for our Lord, the Messiah, was born between us and salvation came to us. So the new year is just an event to remember that the whole world today is celebrating the birth of Jesus. The calendar, your watch, your phone, your computer, your salary, all is running by the date of Christ. The enemy of Christ, they try to make you forget this. Even the Muslim, they created their own calendar, trying to hijack the occasion. And even they come with things like the birthday of Muhammad, which is very funny. The guy, sometime he's born in August, sometime he is born in February, sometime he is in March. I mean, this guy is like a yo-yo, and he had birthday every day. Yet nobody knows his father. His mother, she gave birth to him 4 years after his father's death, which is very normal in Islam. If you are a Hamas member and you go to jail like the Sinwar, and then you stay in jail for 20 years in the Israeli jail, and then you get out and you find your wife, she have 10 kids, good luck with that. So it's very normal for them. However, I will open my Skype. If Christians would like to call me, feel free. And as you see, I put in the picture, like hunting list. So I hope that the coming year will be safer, excuse my English, for the whole world. You see, if you ask yourself what Islam brought to this world, if Islam is gone, what will happen? What will happen exactly? Afghanistan will not be Afghanistan, no more. Trust me, Afghanistan will not be the savage, trashy Afghanistan no more. The problem is not the people, the problem is the religion. Pakistan, the land of savagery and evil and bachabazi, they bring kids, they kidnap kids from their family and they force them to dance for them and then they have sex with them. If we take Islam away, this country will be a wonderful country. The problem is not the people. If you take Islam away from Saudi Arabia will be a wonderful place. Somalia, any land this garbage, filthy cult enter it, destroy it. If you bring Islam into heaven, heaven is hell. Because then your neighbor will be a terrorist and he will look at your daughter, he want to have sex with her even if she is 4 years old. Islam is of the devil for sure. I remember once a Christian minister, I don't know if you remember, he said Islam of the devil, and the whole world and the media, they are against the guy. How you say that? Shame on you. What are you talking about? You cannot say that. We know that all the world is a bunch of hypocrite, starting from the CNN, ending not limited with Fox News. Every airport in the whole world have security just because of Islam. And then when somebody says Islam is of the devil, they get upset. Somebody is asking, is the West a Christian? Who cares if the West are Christians or not? Christians is not a location. Christians are people who believe in God. And in case you do not know, there's a lot of Christians in the West. Actually, they are the majority, but because they are nice, you don't hear their voices. So you are ignorant. You do not know what is the West. You think the West is where people, they carry the flag of gays and homosexual? Those are in the street. We don't go in the street. For Jesus, he said, when you pray, you go to your closet and you pray. So is the West is a Christian? Yes, it is. Don't play with us, then we can show you what Christians can do. We are very friendly. very kind. But don't play with us. Actually, somebody sent me a video of a prayer Christians gathering in the heart of Amsterdam. You know, Amsterdam for me is a disgusting capital. Prostitution, I mean, you just disgusting, right? Drugs. And then suddenly you see the Christians in the middle of the road, and then by tens of thousands. And this is in Amsterdam. I don't know if how many of you saw the video. So if the Christians don't go in the street, doesn't mean there's no Christians. In fact, we are the majority, and we can smash you. Especially we have faith. Never fight with people who have a strong faith. You will lose. You will be defeated. You know, Hezbollah in Lebanon used to come by waves to attack the Christian territory in Lebanon. And they get defeated like cockroaches, even though they are massive in number. Why? Because there's a few fighters, they are willing to give their life to protect their society. Can you name one Christian society? My society, you donkey son of Muta. Don't you see? Here we go. This is a Christian society. I just go live. We have 500 people here. Can you name for me one Christian society? Go to Texas. You will see what will happen if you insult Jesus. Go and enter the court. You will see the judge. He have a big cross and he might hit you with it. Can you name for me one Christian society? So who is the one? So why you are upset from DeSantis? Huh? Who is the one who elected DeSantis? Why you are upset from Donald Trump? The dump? Potato. In fact, even your dog, Biden, he is bowing down to us and he been forced to help Israel. He knew that we are the massive forces and he will lose if you go against us. All of you are a bunch of potatoes. Texas is the ideal Christian society. Well, in Texas, there is people, they can be like you too, because we give a freedom to everybody. But yes, Texas is the cowboy. Go and live between them and you will see. And now for you, it's time to get out. You go, we will send you to a society which is not a Christian. San Francisco, are you happy? There, if you drop $1, we advise you not to bend down because somebody will screw you from your back. Or you can go to Philadelphia, which is not a Christian society for sure. 97% of it is an atheist. This is why the whole city is zombie. Are you proud of it? If we go now to Philadelphia, which is not a Christian society at all, what we see? A disaster. Am I lying? It is the land of the zombies. You don't want Jesus? No problem. Jesus left you alone. They don't want Jesus. They hate Jesus. This is not a Christian society. Zombie. This is what you brought to yourself, you shameful. I don't want to use bad language. You know, you don't even, you don't see even the word human anymore. Even when they name the videos, they call them zombie. Those are the ones who they are against the Christian society. Look at them. Just look at this disgusting society. You don't want Jesus, brother? Here we go. Those are your people. Those are your people. Look at them. This is not a Christian society. This is the atheist society. The whole nation is zombie. So who can save them? The Christian society. The dumb atheists, they brainwash those kids. And this is what you have today. This is Philadelphia, a city which is more than 97% of it is atheist. That's you. A bunch of idiots. Druggy, you do shit in the street. You take off your clothes and you start shitting in the road. This is you. The Christian society is disgusting. The Christian society. We don't want the Christian society. And that's what you do to yourself. Idiot. Son of Muta. In fact, all of them, they are sons of Muta. Fornicators, fornication, sex, and drugs. Are you happy now? I think you reach your goal. You get screwed. So, you know, they fight Christianity. They don't want Jesus. And now they reach their goal. That's it. This is the ultimate success. What do you want more? My kid, you don't even know his name. His daughter, she take off her panty in the middle of the road and she do poo-poo. The other guy is bending down 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. What he is looking for, Allah knows best. And they think they are the one who is successful. All right. Why you force me to get you, you know, spanked, you idiot? Ah, you are from this society which you like spanking. I get it. It give you pleasure, did it? Ah. You know, the West suffer only when the West is away from the Bible. Any society actually in the world struggle and corrupt when we are away. Remember, the Bible is not a priest or a pope or no. Those are not the Bible. I say the Bible, not the Pope. As you see, the Pope himself is a scumbag. He just gave a blessing for. There's a guy, he made a comment, says, I did read the comment of the Pope. He did not say a blessing for same-sex marriage. He said a bless individual gays. What the heck does that mean? How you can be blessed and you are a gay? Like, is it a blessing to be boom boom? So those dummies, you know, who try to justify the scumbag, they call him the Pope. They say to you, no, he did not bless the same-sex marriage. No. He said to us we should bless the gays. Oh, you see, in Christianity we bless the wicked, we bless the sinner. Bless you, may Allah bless you. So we have our God now became Allah, huh? So we bless the wicked and wickedness. What a scumbag you are, Mr. Poop. I know you are similar to Putin. Peace be upon him. So for us, it is the Bible what gave definition for us. Is not a priest. There's many false priests, there's many false teachers, and the Lord himself, he warned us about them. He says, be aware of false teachers. They will come to you in the clothes of a sheep, but they are wolves. And how we will know who is the false priest and who is not? The Lord told us, from their fruits you shall know them. A man of God will not bless the wicked man. You don't bless somebody for doing wickedness, do you? We receive a blessing. The word the blessing mean what? What the word the blessing mean? So when this is scumbag, the Pope, he says bless the same-sex marriage, that means we are blessing you for doing wrong. Do God bless us for doing wrong? Is that what the Bible teach? Just finished watching firework, welcoming the new year. You start firework there earlier? It's daytime for me here. Yeah, you know, it turned to be Allah is wrong because he thought that he come down every third part of the night because the earth is a flat. Do you live in America? If you do be caught America, who said I be caught America? Who is the idiot? Guys, I be caught America. You know, the idea of boycott, especially to America, is one of the most silly, stupid thing ever. I will tell you why. Do you boycott iPhone? But what is the phone you own in your hand? Android is America. Apple is America. Are you in the internet? This is America. The whole internet owned by America. So you boycott America. We'll do it then. If you really truly boycott America, then stop using their internet. This is the internet of America. In fact, every website address in the world owned only by America. Do you know? Even the website of Putin. I'm not joking. The whole internet owned by USA. So those who claim about boycotting America, they are a bunch of mentally ill hypocrites. For everything around you is coming from America. Even if the Americans don't want, they can shut down TikTok. May Allah TikTok you. A nation of TikTokers. What I think of Putin, he is the devil. He is an evil man who brought a Muslim army to conquer a Christian land. Here we expose everybody. We don't care for names. Biden is the devil. Trump is a hypocrite and he's a liar. Putin is a devil. And they are partnered with the devils in Islam. But I find it very funny when somebody speak about boycott. I heard that the prime minister of Malaysia, he said they want to close the port for any ship of Israel. I don't know why the Israeli even want to send a ship there. And hey, you know what? If I am the prime minister of Israel, do you know what I would do? I will shut your ass and I will not allow your ship to go in the Red Sea. And then we will see who is going to be in pain. It's you, Malaysia. It is the Israeli who can do the same to you and hurt your ass, but you cannot hurt them. Why they want to go even to Malaysia anyway? What they have to do there? You are at the end of the world, you idiot. Is it a short time? Just you want to show that you are the man? What about you announce war against Israel? Then we will believe you, but you don't dare, Mr. Fort. What do you think? Who will be hunted in 24? You know, I don't know really. I'm not the one in the hunt process, but I would like to see Nasrallah, the guy he is hiding like a rat for the last 20 years, since 2006 actually, even before. I think even before. So since then, the guy he's become so white, man, because he never saw the sun. He don't even dare to walk for a second in the street. This is how much they are terrified of Israel. And the funny is, they say to Christian Prince, hey, Christian Prince, why you don't show your face? I show my face. Who said I don't? But I don't look good. Trust me. If I turn my camera, if I have one, all those people will leave. Especially those girls who think like I'm a handsome man, single, like, they will leave right away. I mean, look, man, look, this is the guy. Are you sure? Otherwise, I'm not really. I mean, you Muslims, we have women in the street holding the picture of your prophet, and you can do nothing about it. So I'm going to fear who? But I am not a person who like to be a celebrity. It's not my thing. There's many people, they pay money to be famous. I don't. I don't care for it. Same time, I don't want to hurt your eyes. That will be really scary. Look, Nancy Florida, she said, ha, 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 ha. See? They are preparing for themselves in case I open the camera. Many females will die. Heart attack. How many times we say to him, CP, you look, don't worry about it. Yeah, this is all his talk is cheap. The second you see what I have, then you will change your mind. I have no mirrors at my house. I have a reason for that. I get scared. I go actually once I discovered I have a mirror in the garage. I never saw this mirror before. And once I was walking and I saw someone there. Like what? I look, I put my head again back and I was looking, oh, no way. So even police avoid me, You break the law, even police, they can come to you, sir, don't step out of the car. Don't step out of the, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. And it just go. Ah, yeah. Actually, once I took the wrong direction. The police, he said, I said, sorry, sir, I took the wrong direction. He said, no, you did not. Just go. I said, I did. He said, no, you did not. Just go. I said, I did. He said, just go. Anyway, so the hunting list, we do not know really what will happen, but we hope that they will hunt many of those dogs. However, you need to remember, you kill one dog, there's many more. So Israel is going to do a great job if they eliminate not only the big dogs, but the small dogs too. So I pray that after Israel finish with Hamas, they will go to Hezbollah. And they will beat the hell of them and teach them how to behave for the coming century. For this is the only language they understand. You speak to them, they don't listen. You warn them, they don't care. You come after them, they cry for peace. Dogs. Any one of you saw before, like, I don't know if any of you used to drive in the desert, like I used to go hunt a lot in the desert. And there's wild dogs in the desert, but they are very well known. They don't bite. They bark like crazy. I mean, they chase you like, you think they will eat you alive. The second you stop, they stop. You walk, they chase you. You think they will eat you, but they will never bite you. Those are those people. They can bite only if they notice that you are not going to hunt them. And this is what's happening with Hezbollah. They knew that they don't want to open a new war. And I find it very funny and silly that the Israeli keep saying, we don't want. You should not say that, you idiot. You see, there's idiots in the government. They tell their enemy, we will not beat you even if you beat us. So what the enemy do? Beat them. Shoot at them. In 2006, when Israel decided to punish Hezbollah, since then, Hezbollah did not dare to fart at Israel. So you have to do it from time to time, maybe once every 15, 20 years. So what about you do it once for all and eliminate all those dogs? All the dogs of Iran should be destroyed. Do you live in America? If you do live in America, if you don't like, then leave. Zoom, we don't have time for your stupidity. We like America, brother. We like America. What does have to do with our topic? Do you live in America? If you don't like America, leave. Do you live in Somalia? If you don't like Somalia, leave. That's wisdom. Anyway, I will open my Skype. If there is any who would like to join us and say a few words for a new year, feel free. And, if you are in the chat, remember, Christian Prince, he don't sugarcoat things. You say something, he might, make you shish kebab because of it. So let us see if we have anyone want to join us. All right. If you like to join us, please text me in Skype and tell me I like to speak, not just hi. What I will do with your hi. This guy saying to me, hello, liar. Hello, liar. That's a good one. Okay, I'm not the father of your son. Whatever your wife, she told you is not true. Hello, liar? What do you know about me? What liar? Everything I say, I prove it. All right, I'm a Christian. I would like to join. All right. Why I call myself sometime we? Because I'm a group of people, you know. I have multi-personality. Hello,
Hello, Christian Pulse. How are you?
I'm fine, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year.
Thank you. You are a Christian?
Yes, I am good. I'm a Christian.
All right. You like to tell us you are from where?
Yeah, I'm from India.
India. I like India, you know. I mean, I love curry, you know, but
Yeah,
there's
but
too
you
much
don't like
curry in
spicy
India.
food. You
Once I
don't like.
have an Indian doctor, he invited me and he told his wife, please,
Uh,
he told me, just little hot, little, just little. I told him, just little, okay? Yeah, and then I went there and I started drinking water like elephant. And he looked at me, he said, are you okay? I said, yeah, yeah, I'm okay.
but I want to tell you that it's a wrong perception about Indian food because we have all kinds of food, less spicy, with no
Yeah.
spices, and there are some food which are too much spicy, so avoid them. But there are food which are less spicy too.
No, I ate the one which is very less spicy and I felt the smoke coming from my ears, to be honest with
That
you.
must be South Indian food, I guess. Was that idli or sambar, something like that?
I ate what?
Idli, sambar, dosa. South Indian food is a spicy.
Uh,
South
I,
Indian food.
S South?
Yeah, South. Our food from South India is
Okay.
comparatively spicy.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean,
So,
I like spicy food, but Indian food is not spicy. Indian food is a volcano,
oh,
you know. So it has nothing to do
you,
with the spicy. It's like the whole food is a spice. There's no spice in this, you know. There's no food in the food. It's spice, you know.
oh, spicy.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
know, I
but
know, I know. There are
yeah.
some foods, there are some dishes in South India. They are very spicy.
All
So,
right, brother.
yeah.
Well,
So
thank
some
you for calling, and we wish you Merry Christmas to you and your family and Happy New Year. What is your wish for for the new year?
for the new year, my wish is that I want to grow in Christ,
All right.
and I want to bring more and more people to Christ so that their souls can be saved.
I'm into
So
that.
that is the only wish I have,
All
and
right.
I'm already on. I'm reading Bible every day and asking Christ to give me spiritual strength, wisdom, so that I can bring more and more people to Christ.
Wonderful wish. We pray that Lord will grant you your wish, and we pray that your family will receive some of it.
Yes, Amen.
Thank you, bro. God bless.
Thank you too.
Bye-bye. See this gentleman, he don't have any private wish. All his wish is for people. He's not selfish. Usually, you know, in a new year, each one of us he have a wish. Like for me, to get like to get handsome, like, at least for one day, like you know. But it never happened. But I don't know, like, but this is supposedly being selfish. But he wanted to bring more people to Christ, which is wonderful. All right, let us see. I like to speak. All right. I mean, why God answer all people prayer except mine when it's come to being handsome? This is not fair. Hello?
Wait there. How do I turn this?
Mute,
Hi.
mute, mute YouTube.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
You did mute YouTube?
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah.
How you
Hi.
how you
Happy
doing,
New Year
sister?
when it comes. How are you?
I'm fine.
Right,
How
good.
about you? Are you doing
Yes, I'm
fine?
good. Yes, I'm good.
Why you are doing
I
good?
want.
Why? What's
Why
wrong?
am I good?
Why you are going?
Because
Why you are going? Why you are doing good? What's wrong?
because God's good.
I'm into that. Okay, I was joking.
I know you are.
All right.
I've listened to you for long enough to know when you're joking. See the caller before.
Yeah.
What he was saying. I got this morning in Psalm 71. Can I read
Okay.
it? Is that okay?
Sure. Sure. Go ahead.
Right. O God, you have taught me from my youth, and to this day I declare your wondrous works. Now also when I am old and grey-headed, O God, do not forsake me, until I declare your strength to this generation, your power to everyone who is to come. And that's what I was thinking about the new year, about being a better witness and witnessing more to people to come to Christ and know him. So I read that this morning. It blessed me.
Wonderful. And like, do you prepare yourself with education to, if you want to bring people to Christ, so we have to be ready. So do we, like, do you
Yeah,
study the Bible and
yeah, I read the
you are able
yeah,
to answer questions if people ask you questions?
yeah, because we had an old pastor who said the only Bible some people might read is you.
Hmm.
Like your life. So you have to live what you speak. But sometimes if I have a ladies' prayer meeting in my house, we've had a few, well, we all have problems, but we've had a few people, and you have to wait for that opportunity for them to say, and then you can pray, and then you can witness, and then you can speak. But you have to wait to let them speak, and wait for an opening sort of thing.
Have you witnessed like a time where somebody asks you a question and you are not able to answer?
Yeah, a lot of times.
So what do you do in this case?
I go and get my Bible.
All right. And usually, is it enough to find the answer?
Yeah, or I'm not saying I'm have all the answers, CP. I don't have all the answers, but sometimes if I'm put on the spot, I remember being my son had a Muslim friend at school, and they invited me back to the house, and they all, some of them had the eyes, young girls with the head thing on. And I told my sister they were firing questions at me. Don't ask me what they were, because it was a long time ago. And for some reason, the Holy Spirit was giving me the answer. The answers were just coming. So what I would say, when you read your word, you think, oh, I might not have the answer, and then the answer comes back. See, if I'm on your live and you're talking about something, a scripture will come and I'll write it down.
Hmm.
Yeah, as quick as that, when you're saying stuff, a scripture will come to mind. So it is really important to read your word, and the scriptures just come, because is there not a verse that says, don't worry about what you will say, I will give you the words to say at the right time? So it's not all about what we know. The Holy Spirit will give us, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
were you
but
able to bring any person as an experience in your life to bring him to Christ?
yeah, mostly women.
Okay.
Mostly
Well, I
women have
mean,
been
the
through.
women are the most difficult ones.
Yeah, but because I've been through some things and people know, I had a woman phone me, and I don't want to go into my personal life, but um, I had been through the same thing as her, but I'd been a couple of years into it, and she came. My sister says she wants to speak to you. I says, bring her up. And she said, how did you manage? How did you get through? And I says, with God, with the Lord, we're praying. And I ministered to her for a year, and she's
Mhm.
strengthened now. I mean, she's been to Israel and all that now. So, yeah, but it's mostly women.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But
I'm glad.
can I just say, I love listening. You have a great balance of humour and serious, because we know that it's serious.
Yeah.
What you say, and I'm with you on the Israel thing. I know we don't agree on everything. Everyone in the
Give me,
chat,
give me, give me one of the things you don't agree with.
no, I'm not getting in.
Why?
I'm
Are you
not getting in
afraid?
an argument with
Are you
you.
afraid?
No, because you won't win the argument. I will.
All right. No, it's not about winning the argument. It's about winning the soul, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
We don't
Yeah,
want to win argument. We want to win the truth, and the truth will set us free.
yeah.
All right,
And I
sister.
just say
Thank you
thank
for
you
calling.
for everything that you do, and I'll still be listening in 2004. Happy New Year when it comes.
Well, thank you very much. God bless you,
Happy
and
New
thank you
Year,
for calling.
everyone in the chat. It's Tracy.
This is Tracy saying to you, Happy New Year, everybody in the chat. All right, take care.
Right,
God bless.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right. Thank you, Tracy, for this lovely call. And I know some people don't agree with me about things, certain things. For sure, this is normal. I don't agree with me sometime, myself, I don't agree with myself. As I said, like sometimes I try to convince myself, like, you look fine. But after 2 minutes, if I look at the mirror in the car, I change my mind. I mean, that's not fine at all. I mean, come on. Yeah, but okay. I mean, it's like not all the time you can win an argument. But thanks to the Lord, we always win a debate, and we win it for His sake, not for our sake, nothing personal. All right, we have somebody trying to call us. So let's see. Just text me and tell me I'd like to join live, and I will call you. If you don't say I would like to join, I would not know that you are just, you want to talk, what do you want to do? Hello?
The person you are trying to reach is currently unavailable.
Oh, that's even
Please leave a
better.
message after the tone. When you
Tone.
have finished, please hang up.
Oh, that's amazing. Have you ever heard of a machine talking? That's must be a genie. All right. We have, I would like to say a few words. All right. Hello?
Hello, brother. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I just want to say a few words. I'm Greek Christian. I've been listening to you for a while now. Uh, I've started getting into the Bible a lot more. I just wanted to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Lord be with us. And from time to time that I've been watching your streams, I've been noticing a lot of people that may have been telling you, why are you so aggressive, in their own eyes, aggressive to Muslims or defending the faith, etc. And I just wanted to say to those people that it's really tiring, at least in my eyes, to see all the time Christians being overly lukewarm, unable to defend their religion, sitting on the sidelines. I think it's very powerful, even if people do not engage. There are a lot of people watching from the sidelines and getting a seed planted in their brain of what they are watching. So I guess I just wanted to say thank you for your work. I've really enjoyed watching your streams, and you have given a lot of courage to me and to a lot of other people I know. Being able to see an individual so much in the spirit and able to defend the faith.
Well, thank you very much, brother, for this call, and we appreciate it. And we need warriors. We do not need, chickens. Chicken, they don't even, I mean, even chicken, they lay eggs. If those people don't want to lay eggs, so what the benefit of them, right? I mean,
Exactly.
don't you,
Exactly.
like, if you are a chicken, you lay eggs, but even eggs, they have none, but they make too much smoke and too much noise, and they complain about what we do and how we talk. And then you ask them what you did, actually, you yourself, okay, you don't like the way he talk. What about you? What do you do? Nothing. So they will not let you talk, they don't want you to talk, and they will not talk. And then who is going to take over the yard? The weeds, the wicked
No,
ones.
no.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a great evil to just watch evil happening and do nothing about it.
exactly. They are partner in it.
And I don't know, I think it's people that have gotten Christianity so mixed up with in their own minds of being something so weak, or I don't know what it is, a pathogenesis that it's such a weakness that you must not even say anything, even when you're saying something wrong. I find it incredible, and to be honest, before I started watching you and a lot of other people, I was really disappointed in the way it was going. I felt, in a way, that this is how most Christians are, or a lot of Christians are. So it was at least a breath of fresh air. And you have given me also courage for myself to be a lot more vocal and to be a lot more in line with the religion and to how I express myself. So this is just why I wanted to call you and to tell you that maybe sometimes you can get overwhelmed, for example, with comments or negative sentiments because you're giving like a daily battle. But there are a lot of people in the sidelines that maybe you will never interact with, that are 1,000% aligned with what you do.
All right. Well, thank you very much for this call, and we wish you, New Year and Merry Christmas to you and your family. And we
You too,
pray
CP.
that you will do what you hoping to do in the coming year.
You too, CP. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
I mean, for me, I don't care really what people say. I do what I think is right. You can say whatever you want. Eh, that will not change anything for me. If I will be worried about what people say, none of us would be able to do anything. Always there is somebody, somewhere, somehow, maybe many of them, they hate what you say. Is it Jesus said they will hate you in my name, they will hate you because of me? Yeah. Let us see this Muslim. Hello.
Hello,
Hey, my friend, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm fine. So you are a Muslim?
I was a Muslim, but if you remember, I came to your channel multiple times with my people to debate with you.
Oh, you came to debate me
Uh,
before? Okay, what happened? Remind me, please.
Even I built my team and I was training how to debate with you, but after
You
some
you
time,
you got you got a team with you to debate me?
yes, I was training them even
Okay.
from Pakistan.
All right. And
So
what happened?
actually, I I take off my the religious glasses, the reality, like praising Allah and honoring Allah, and I say, okay, let's read what he's saying is really true or not. So I watched so many. I was always collecting evidence against you that I can stand with that evidence. But when I read exactly what you're saying, it's bringing me to think about the reality. And in the end, I left Islam. So this is what
Wonderful.
I want to say. First of all, I was trying to call yesterday to say I'm really sorry that many times I was angry with you and I was using bad word.
No,
The
no, you
second
see, I
thing I
don't
want to say
even,
thank you
just to
so
let you
much.
know, my friend, I can call you my brother then. I don't even remember what the conversation you're talking about. As you know, there's thousands of people call me, thousands of people call me names, many
Yeah,
insult me. I don't put hate in my heart. It doesn't make any difference for me. But I'm so happy to hear that you decide to
yeah.
leave Islam today, even though you were so angry from me, because you were able to find the truth. And as the Lord, He says, the truth will set you free. But what about you left Islam now, so did you decide to accept the Messiah as your Lord?
Yes, actually, I was sent into Europe to plant mosque and spread Islam in Europe, and I was chosen for 2030 vision, Islamic vision for Europe, like 40% generation will be Muslim in Europe. So I was chosen for that mission. I was Imam
Chosen by who?
in Athens.
If you like to share with us, who is the one who chose you to make Europe
Uh,
40% Muslims?
yes, there is a movement going on, Islamic movement for Europe. So I was chosen from my ministry because I was very active in Pakistan, how to convert Christian people, or because where I lived there was so many Christians, a minority even. So, but I was
Mhm.
very active how to convert Christian people to Islam. We was using different way, like okay, offering them money or forcing them, or if not, so threatening them. So this is a different strategy I was using in Pakistan. So I was
Mhm.
one of the leader of that. So this why very passionate for Islam. My ministry in Pakistan, they chose me to send me into Europe, and I was also ready to go there. So I planted two mosques in Athens, Greece, and I started my ministry there. And that time, I was training also the Muslim how to convert Christian to Islam. The way and the thing, the way I read and I study about and they show us about Christianity is a Christian who drink alcohol 24 hour, or Christian who eat pork, which is a ولحم الخنزير وما أهل به لغير الله. So like unclean animal in Islam, or Christian they can have sex anytime, anywhere, and this was the reality. I'm sorry to say about Christian people, but this is the reality in our culture, country, because we know that if you are not Muslim in Western country, you are Christian. I never knew that there are so many people who don't believe in even in God. So when I came to Europe, like I was, my eyes was open. What I am here in Christian country, and why we are telling them to become like us, because they are better than us, even because they was honest, they was on time, and generous, and always because I was imam in Athens, but still I was looking a job to work and to pay my rent and tax there, because to renew my visa stuff. So this was a long journey. It took me 5 years that I was experiencing Jesus among Christians' life. I never read Bible my whole life, but the action of the Christian people, I was reading living Bible in their life. So this was surprising me, because I go to my bed, my home every night, and after my Isha namaz, salat, I wrote my journal for every day, what I did for today. So sometime the Christian people's action was louder than my prayer, and it was like touching me and beating me in my heart. I said, why they are better than me? Then I left Islam, because I left Islam not to become a Christian. I left Islam because I studied Islam and I had no way to follow Islam, because I was completely in different way, the way I was raised and extremist. So yeah.
So
this
now,
was
now I don't know if I should mention your name in Skype. So now you mentioned to me that they taught you that Christians, they can have sex anytime, they can do whatever they wish. Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that what Christianity teach?
Absolutely not. I'm a follower of Jesus now.
All
I
right.
left Islam.
So now we
But I
know.
left Islam not to
So
become a
now,
Christian.
so now you and me, we know that this is absolutely false. They spread lies about us, because a true Christian, actually, the Bible is the only book says clearly, even if you are drunk just for being a drunk, you don't enter heaven.
Yeah.
In
Exactly.
Islam, it says that Allah He forgive all sin except shirk, which
Yeah.
means being homosexual, you go to heaven. Being drunk, you go to heaven. Drug addict, you go to heaven. Child molester, you go to heaven. It doesn't matter. All what Allah
Yeah.
care for is to believe in Allah and Muhammad for sure. The rest is not
Yeah.
important. The rest is not. In Christianity, no. The Lord, He says, not everyone say to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who does His will. And what the will? We start from the Ten Commandments. And Muhammad, he broke all the commandment of God. So now you
Yeah.
know that what they taught you about Christianity and about the Christians is absolutely false. But now I want to ask you, you said you implemented 2 mosques in Athens, in Greece. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you working to shut them down?
I am working to keep loving Muslim people, and I have seen thousands of people even in Europe. They are leaving Islam and they are going back to their country and their nation and tribes. People like Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan, and they are telling their family, and also they are leaving Islam. So this is a joy for me, that seeing that. So many people who are living like me in the darkness, and that darkness is too dark. It's not just dark, it's that dark is too dark.
Yeah.
So now they are leaving Islam and following Jesus, and I praise God. And as I said, like, believe me, I didn't left Islam to become a Christian. I left Islam because I studied Islam and I was encountered with Jesus. I was going after other religion like Hinduism or Sikhism, but never ever Christianity, because this is like shirk. Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad. How can I was praying every day, 5 times a day, and in my each prayer, I recite Surah Ikhlas. So how is possible? Like 24 years, I was practicing Islam, and practicing that Allah is the one and has no son, and then overnight I say, okay, I believe in Jesus. Never ever, because I don't want to commit shirk. And I was so shocked when I realized the real face of Islam, because I studied 9 years in madrasa, in Islamic school in Pakistan, and it's completely different world than the people they have other education. They study biology, science, or mathematics. But Islamic school, I was studying Sharia law, Quran, and everything what Quran teaches. So it has no connection like a Muslim, and there are two different kind of nominal Muslim and radical Muslim. And I was grown up as a radical Muslim. So there's so many things that I say, like I left Islam not to become Christian, but I was encounter with Jesus. And even when I was encounter with Jesus, I was so shocked. And I said, and I go back to mosque and I do wudu, and I come back and I start crying and screaming. I said, Allah, show me that in my dream, it was not Jesus, it was Muhammad. And I know Quran, exactly what Quran teaches. Muhammad is dead. And Jesus is coming back, and the Holy Spirit always convinced me, my son, it's not Muhammad, it's Jesus. Because I have a light in my heart. I experience light. I feel joy in my heart. The darkness was gone. I was experiencing light and beauty. And this was a big thing for me. And I have learned so many things from you. And this is what I am helping other people with the love of Christ to understand the reality of Islam. My goal is not to tell people to follow Jesus. I cannot force anybody to follow Jesus. Nobody forced me to follow Jesus even.
Right.
But people forced me to follow Islam. But with love, I said, okay, you're practicing 5 times a day. You have to read what you're practicing. You have a right to ask question why Muhammad married with a 6-year-old girl, why he has sex with a slave. So this is what I learned from Christian country about human rights and standard of the human. And when I came to Europe, and I was experiencing, I never read Bible my whole life, but I was reading Christian people's life. This was how I read Bible. So, but Bible has so much high standard than Quran. Quran says if you are going to do some sin, and until you commit it, is not any sin, But Bible says even you think about, even you think about, you already committed.
Even Muhammad, he said, إِذَا ابْتُلِيتُمْ فَاسْتَتِرُوا. When you do sin, just hide it.
Yes. Yeah. So
there
many things to say.
there is a huge difference between what Muhammad, the devil, he say, and what Christ he say. But I want to ask you about your team. You said to me that you brought a team to debate me. Do your team now knew that you left Islam and you became a Christian?
Yes, they already. I was very badly persecuted from my community, and even I lost my son, I lost my wife, I lost my whole community, and I gone through.
So you are saying your wife, she took your son and she is gone because you became a Christian?
Yes, and she married with my older brother because she wanted to honor the community, and even my parents, the community forced them to demonstrate that he is dead from us. So they make a grave and funeral for me that he's dead from us, and even in the newspaper.
So your family, they make a fake funeral to demonstrate that you are not exist in their life no more, and they force your wife to marry your brother.
Yes, my older brother. So
your brother from your father.
Yeah, my older brother who wasn't married before, but they married him with my older.
But don't you think that
wife.
this woman who allow herself to marry another guy brother, he just like, I mean, the husband, the first husband is gone, and now we sleep with the brother. Don't you think she is demonic too anyway?
Actually, I don't know. I don't have any contact, but But I think this is a devil what he's doing. This is the reality of Islam, and I am so thankful to heard about this, what happened with all this. It make me joy and praise Jesus that He is the one, who has the right teaching, who's teaching human how to live, how to act, how to love, how to forgive. So again, this is a reality. I am not sad what I lose, but I am so thankful what I have found, because my other family, my other siblings, they never went to Islamic school. For them, Islam is perfect. Muhammad is wama arsalnaka illa rahmatan lil alamin. I said, how he can be rahmatan lil alamin when he's killing people and he's taking their wife as a slave and selling to buy ammunition for them,
Yeah.
So how he can be rahmatan lil alamin?
Which
So
means
this
mercy.
is,
In case you do not know what he's saying Rahmatan al Alamin mean mercy for mankind, for the whole world
yeah,
actually.
for the
But
whole
Muhammad
world.
obviously have no mercy. He is just a monster. There is a question in the chat. Someone asking you. You mentioned that a Pakistani government, they force Christians into convert to Islam. How they do that? He's asking.
Oh yes, not the government actually. It is the radical Muslim people. But
Okay.
at the madrasa I was studying in Pakistan, they have two different kind of word. Like radical Muslims, they have a completely different Pakistan than the government. Government has no clue what the Muslim people, radical Muslim teaching, getting teach in madrasas. For example, I studied in madrasas, and my family, they was thinking that I am studying in madrasa and I'm reciting Quran, and there is a rahmat from Allah all the time, and I was running away. Even I was abused every night, like other children, physically abused. They had sex with me every night, and also they was teaching how to do jihad. For example, jihad training, because this is the only way in Islam to go to heaven. When I study, when after doing hifd and qari, and then I went for my to understand what does really mean what I did. I memorized whole Quran, because I did not understand what this mean, because this was not my real language, and I wanted to know what does mean this Quran. And when I saw Prophet Muhammad's life and all his followers' life, and my family and teacher and spiritual Muslims' life, I saw all Muslim people, they cry. For what? Because of sin. There is no forgiveness of sin in Islam. There is mostly for kabira sin. If you do saghira sin, is a different definition. If you practice this and that, can be forgiven. But there is no forgiveness for Islam, except there is only one way that your sin can be forgiven: if you go to jihad and kill yourself, and this can bring your whole family even into heaven, and there is huru maksuratun fil qiyam, so they are waiting for you. So even in all Islamic school in Pakistan, they train for jihad, and not government was not knowing anything,
But
and I was part of.
my friend, I have tons of emails in my YouTube right now. I'm showing them in the screen. I don't know if you notice. And all of them, they are complained from the government of Pakistan. They are watching my channel so closely, and they keep reporting me and taking legal actions against my videos. And I have, if I say maybe 1,000 emails from the government of Pakistan complain to YouTube, I will not be exaggerating. So obviously, the government of Pakistan is no better, and they are partner in prosecution, because this is a form of terrorism. You speak against Islam, we try to silence you, and you can imagine if I live in Pakistan, what will happen to me, correct?
Exactly. I'm not saying that. I'm just what I see in Pakistan. For example, in the back door, in back room, religious and political people, they work together. They encourage each other. They exchange their card even. Okay, you get this if you do that. Definitely, absolutely. This madrasa was not running for just people donation. This madrasa was running for government donation as well. You know, So absolutely, we was encouraged from the madrasa, go and persecute people, if they are not converting to Islam, force them to marry or marry them with these people, offer them, where they was getting this money from the government as well. In the back door, back room, they was all involved because we was encouraged. Nobody will put you in prison because we have a big hand in government, and in Pakistan, it's still same doing that. Every day this happens. For example, if I left Islam, it is my right to decide what I have to believe. Nobody can force me to believe in this shit Allah, for example, or Muhammad, who is a pedophilian, who have sex with this. Even my life is better than Muhammad's life. This is my basic right
Exactly. I
to
mean,
believe.
even the lowest creature, his life is better. He's a better example than anything about Muhammad.
Yeah, I believe that I am better than Muhammad because I never rape any innocent or any girl. Like I'm not a pedophilia, for example. I don't have a slave. My life is better than Muhammad's life. Then this is my basic right. Because I left Islam, I was charged 2 times. Just recently, in July and November this year, I was charged twice, 295B and C. You know what it means, 295B and C in Pakistan. If you want to kill someone, is blasphemy in Pakistan, and I was charged with this 2 times blasphemy in Pakistan. So still, it will not stop me to praying for Muslim people. It will not stop me to loving Muslim people. They are my brother and sister. I believe that I was victim of Islam for my whole life, and my whole family still, and my people from my country, they are still victim of that cult. So this is my right to help them to understand the reality.
It's your right and your duty. Uh, we are very happy to hear from you about your journey, and I'm glad that's that you brought a team to debate me, and it's in that you are the first one to leave. And I hope the team who you brought before to debate me, they will decide to debate me. So let us see if we can make more of them to leave. What about you invite them to call Christian Prince if they're there, and let us see what will happen.
Yeah, even my team that I know personal people who was even madrasa's teacher, teaching in seminary in madrasas, they left Islam because your channel and like your other channels like Adam Seeker, they are helping millions of Pakistani, Indian, Afghan, Bangladeshi Muslim people to understand the reality of Islam. So I praise God for everything what you're doing. The world is in our hand right now. You know, uh, your voice can be reach out millions of people in Pakistan, and because of you, the work you're doing doesn't matter how Muslim people react on you. They are angry on you, but someone is sitting maybe underground and watching and listening very carefully, like me, and saying and making decision. Yes, what he's saying is right. But I just want to say thank you so much for doing that. You know, all the threats, all the bad words will not stop you doing. And my prayer are with you, and you are safe. And please keep doing because world needs you.
Thank you. Well, Adam Seeker, by the way, before I never heard of him before, but once I was speaking to brother Usama Daktok, and he told me I have someone here is visiting me, and he knew you very well. I said, who is that? He said he left Islam because he listened to your videos from Pakistan, and now he have a
Exactly.
channel. Yeah, so I spoke to Adam actually on the phone using the phone of Osama Daktok, and he told me about his experience, how he used to listen to me. So I'm glad there's a lot of people from India and Pakistan who used to be Muslims, and actually him and his family, all of them, they become a Christian now, and he is, as you said, he have his own channel and he's preaching the gospel to people of India and Pakistan. So we are proud of people like you both, and I hope you will make your own channel too, so we can support you and you can bring more people.
Yeah, thank God, God using me and my team, even other ex-Muslim, reaching out to million of Afghan people, Iranian people, because I speak their language, and also Pakistani people. So there are thousands of people every day leaving Islam, you know. So this is what we're doing. So it will not stop us doing.
Well,
You're
I'm
doing a
happy
great
to hear
job.
from
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you, brother. God bless you. And we pray that the Lord, if your wife, she left you, that you will find a better woman. She will be your spouse. She will
I
love
have
him.
a beautiful wife now in Christ.
Are
She
you
give
are
me
you get married?
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
she loves Jesus and we serve together.
Oh, so
And she loves Muslim.
I take my prayer back. Already you
Yeah,
have
please.
her.
I don't need another one. You know.
One is enough, otherwise you will go crazy.
Yeah.
All right, brother. God bless you and bless your
All right.
family.
God bless. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. I hope his wife did not hear my last prayer. I will be shot dead in the head. All right. Yeah, how I know? Okay, he's married now. Okay, good. Imagine you say to a guy and he is married, may God find you a wife. Oh boy. Oh man, sometimes you can do like things can cost you your life. Like, this is Did I tell you this story? Once I have a guy, he told me, man, my life is so horrible. I said, what? He said, my mother-in-law, she is visiting me and she's giving me headache. So anyway, he said, stop. By when you can. So I stopped by and I knocked at the door. And then I said, is he here? She said, oh, no, he's not. I'm his mom. I said, okay. So get in, make me coffee for you. So then she said, so you are a friend of my son? I said, yeah, I know him for a while, and but looked like he is not really doing good these days. She said, why? I said, his mother-in-law, she's giving him a headache. And it turned to be, this is not his mama, this is his mother-in-law. She looked at me, she said, who? Who? The second I saw how she stopped the coffee tray, she was driving fast coming to me, and she said, who? I felt like I did just a big poo-poo. I said, I have to go. I need to go. I said, no, tell me what he told. How I know? She told me he's my son. I have no idea. What my son? She didn't say she is his mother-in-law. I said, okay, well, I'm trying to show some support. And then he called me. He says, what you did? I said, sorry. He said, what you did, man? What you did? You don't know what happened when I came home. They gang against me. They shower me with words. You are telling your friends about my mama? The wife, she told him. Oh boy. Anyway, imagine if this is what one mother-in-law can do. What about the Abdul who have four? Oh boy. All right. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, your name is Abdul?
No, it's the Bosnian guy again.
Okay. Because
I
your name, it
just
says
want to
Abdul, so I don't
wish
know.
you a Merry Christmas and yeah.
All
And
right.
I also want to share a clip with you. It's 50 seconds. I
All right.
just want to know what you think about it. I don't know if you're gonna hear it or not, but let's try. 1 second.
What is the clip is about?
It's about an Orthodox Jew.
What he is saying? Can you just tell me?
He's saying that according to the Torah, over 6 billion people deserve death penalty.
According to the Torah, 6 billion, they will what?
They deserve death penalty.
Oh, so what? I mean, maybe 7 billion, who cares? God, he decide, my friend.
Idol worshippers who makes God angry every second of their life. Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Tibet, Nepal, Thailand. So many. India alone is 500 million. China is 2 billion. So many, 2 billion Christians, which are idol worshippers, between Chinese, Hindus, Buddhists, and Christian, at least 6.5 billion people are idol worshippers that, according to the Torah, do not have the right to live. Idol worshipper goy, it's death penalty. Not only Jews. Even
Okay.
a goy who bow down to an idol.
What you think about that, CP?
All right. You hang up and I will tell you what I think.
Okay, brother.
All
Peace.
right. Thank you. Yeah. You know, I mean, he is a Jew and he thinks he's right and the rest are wrong. However, he is a big fat liar because we Christians, we don't worship idols. Idol is if you worship a rock, a dead, and let us say, an object. This is what idol worship are mere. So obviously, you do not know what idols. Same time, we know that in history, the Jews, they worship idols many, many times. And the Bible mentioned that even in their book, the Torah. This guy, he is claiming that Christians, he mentioned everybody almost, and he mentioned the Christians specifically, and this is what we will answer. We believe that he, as a Jew, he is going to go to hell because according to the Bible, only Jesus is the way. There's no Jew, there's no other religion, there's no other person can save you from hell, save the Messiah. So in our opinion, he is the one who is I don't want to say the word idol worshipper, but he is idolizing his own understanding and he thinks he is right. At the same time, you see that those rabbis who speak about idols worshippers, they welcome the biggest festival for homosexual in the world in the city of Haifa in Israel. They never open their mouth, but they speak against Christianity, but they don't dare to speak against homosexuality. So they are false, fake. And not only that, actually, you notice he did not even mention Islam because simply many of them, they are satanic and they are in their bed with Muhammad. However, for us, we stand with Israel as a nation. We don't stand with liars and fornicators and fabricators. For us, Israel is a nation and a land, and God, he will deal with his people. And God, he did many times. At the end of the day, there is no salvation except with Christ. You are a Jew, you are a Hindu, you are a Buddhist. It doesn't matter who you are. You are doomed if you don't accept the Messiah as your Savior. And they can say whatever they want. We encounter some Jewish rabbis, even they defend Islam. And that is telling you, many of them, they are really evil. However, that will not change anything. You see, I remember when I used to be in the Middle East, the Muslims, they say to us, why you don't hate the Jews? Aren't they the one who killed Jesus? So they try to make you hate them, but we will never do so. It doesn't matter how even some of them, they are evil and how much they speak badly, lying against Christ and Christianity. We will not fall into the trap of hate, which they are falling to the point even they join the devil against their own people. You will find even right now as we speak about the rabbis, many rabbis, they join Hamas, supporting Hamas against the children of Israel. This is telling you that rabbis does not present really something good. Like as an example, someone, his name is Joey the singer, he called himself as a rabbi. He have a program, he go live in YouTube, he take calls from Muslims, but he will not take call from me. Always he defend Muhammad and attack Christianity. Imagine, even after October 7, this coward, who's so-called rabbi, never made a video against Hamas. Never. They are businessmen. They do business. They worship money. So those rabbis who they are in New York, etc., their customers are Muslims. So what they do, they take the Hamas flag and they go in the street against their own nation. It doesn't matter even if all the Jews get killed for them. It doesn't matter. They don't care. This is why we have to be careful. Somebody saying, Jonah Medina saying, Roman Catholicism is not a Christianity, it's idol worshipping, and they trust Mary and the saint, and they don't trust Jesus alone. Joanna, I have to say to you that you are a certified donkey, because none of the Catholic worship statues. Now, maybe you might find somebody praying in front of his statues, or many of them, but that will not make them idol worshippers, because they knew that this is an idol and this is not Mary. And anyway, this is against the Bible, but you are saying something stupid, because the Bible speaks about the saint and the power of the saint. Obviously, you never heard of that, and you do not know your book. Same time, when the Catholic, they pray and they ask Mary to pray for them. They don't pray to Mary, they ask Mary to pray for them. That is not against the Bible too. You are an idiot. I say to people here every day, pray for this man, pray for me, pray for him, pray for her. Praying for others is a duty in Christianity. And asking Mary to pray for them, for me, is not really a sin. It is nothing but normal. And the rosary, which many people, they speak against it, it's in the Bible, but many donkeys do not know what is in their book. When the Catholic, they read the rosary, it is the angel who came to her, says, blessed thee, Mary. So this is the Bible, you idiot. The angels say that to Mary. So if the angels of God, they say that to Mary, how come they cannot say it? A lot of ignorance here. Anyway, I am a Catholic. I don't agree with images and pictures and statues. I believe it's against God. I don't promote it. I don't like it. I don't even accept it. But that will not make the Catholic not a Christian for me, because even when they do that, they do it because they love Jesus, not because they hate Jesus. So even if it's a sin, it is, let us say, it's a kind of sin made, like driven by love, not by the opposite. In the other hand, we see normal people who don't like Catholic, but in fact, they have their own idols, like many, they are willing to die for Donald Trump. Many, they go crazy to watch UFC. And they are Christians, supposedly. They pay money to support Netflix, which is the station made movies against Jesus. So you have your idols, all of you have idols, and yet you claim you are free, but the fact you are not. So there is a great example about how many people, they worship idols, but they think they are not. And they see only one person, but they don't see themselves. It's like what the Bible says, like you are the one who see the little thing in the eye of your friend, but you don't see the big piece of wood, the tree in your eyes, because you are blind. Idolism play a huge role in a human being. People, they claim they are free from it. Slavery is part of your life. You claim that you don't own a slave and you are a slave and you are free. But in fact, you are just a slave. Like I will give you a form of slavery. YouTube keep asking me to partner with them. And they keep sending me how much money I can make from this and that and that. Like super chat, monetizing, advertising, membership. They keep sending me emails trying to tempt me to be part or partner with the beast. The second you sign with them, then you will be worried. Why you will be worried? We will be worried. They give you a strike, you lose all this money. So you become their slaves. So you think that you are a person who is doing Christian service, but in fact now you are worried about losing the money. So what they do, Shaitan, what he do, Satan, he give you a bait. You swallow the bait. The bait now is inside your stomach. The same we do when you do fishing. And now it is inside your stomach. It's coming from the beast. And now the beast, he control you. You are connected to his line. There is many forms of slavery. A lot of it. How many of you change his phone just for the sake of a new phone? That is a slavery, my friend. That is idol worshippers. You worship your phone. You worship your face. You keep playing with apps so you can look better and post pictures here and there. This is idol worshippers. How many people, they spend a lot of money just to look better? That is nothing but idol worshippers. So before you speak about somebody, he loved Jesus and he made a picture of Jesus because he loved Jesus, Well, he's better than yourself, who spend a lot of money to make a picture of you. There's people, they fly overseas from country to country just to do what? Plastic surgery. Fix your nose, fix your ass, fix your boobs, fix your skin, fix your eyes. Fix. The fixing process is nothing but paganism. And always people, they would love to take advantage of the one who like to be fixed. Another form of paganism, a woman, she is not happy with her husband. What's wrong with the husband? He is not really good looking. He is not fun. She's bored. So now she start looking for a new guy and she cheat. Same with the husband. The husband, oh, he married her. She was beautiful. And now she gained weight. She have children. She don't take care of herself. She spent her day cooking, and and now he look for other cat. This is all is paganism. So at least there is somebody, if he do a form of paganism because he love God, even though it's wrong, at least he have decency. But there is many of us, we do paganism for the sake of paganism. Do we have anyone want to join us? We do not need to expose Israel to and their hate against Jesus, because Israel does not hate Jesus. You are wrong. There's a lot of Christians in Israel, and they are Israeli, and they love Jesus. So you got it wrong, my friend. In fact, the picture I am showing you right now in the screen, those are Israel. Every single one of them is Israeli. Every single one of them. So the one who want to speak against Israel, obviously you do not know what Israel. All the disciples of Jesus are Israel. But the blind one, only they see what they want. It's like, you go, you clean the house. You spend the whole day cleaning the house. A friend of yours, he come to you, and now you spend the whole day to clean, and then he found a hair on the bathroom. Oh, what is this? Oh, disgusting. So there is many people, they do that. They see from the house of Israel what they like to see only. For us, we see in the house of Israel the saint ones. Most of the saints we knew in the beginning of Christianity, they were from the house of Israel. My ancestor and your ancestors, they were nothing but pagan, idol worshippers, zombie, criminals. That is the truth. So don't put your anger upon those. For in Israel, there's a lot of good ones. And try to see the good and the bad, not only the bad. Otherwise, you are just a hypocrite person. All right. We have someone want to join us.
Hello, Christian Prince. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
God bless you. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
I just wanted to say thank you for all the work that you're doing. Honestly, it's been a blessing. I've been watching you for the last maybe 6 months or so. I am a Christian. I hear you speak a lot, and I can really relate to everything that you say, especially in regards to what's going on with Israel and Hamas and everything that's happening in the Middle East. I think a lot of people that live in the Western world, they have no clue what Islam is all about, and just hearing you educate people, I often hear myself just saying, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm thinking, because we've been through it all, everything that's going on with Hamas and Israel today. We've been through it. Me personally, I'm from Iraq. I'm from Iraq, and everything that I see happening in Gaza today with Israel and October the 7th, we've been through all that. We've seen
Correct.
all that, you know, generation after generation after generation. So people need to understand that there's a cancer in the world. It's not a matter of land, like you said. It's not a matter of, oh, 1948 this, 1948 that. No, no. It's just they're not going to stop until there's nobody else.
They will not
And
stop
that's the example.
until they burn every single inch in this earth. This is
Exactly.
this is satanic religion. They cannot live in peace even with themselves. Like do the Muslim, like you mentioned Iraq. Who is killing
Yeah,
Muslims in Iraq? Muslims. Who is killing
exactly.
Muslims in Syria? Muslims. Who is killing
Yes.
Muslims in Yemen? Muslims. So they cannot even. There's no Jews in Yemen. They are killing each other. There's no
Yeah.
Jews in Iraq. They are killing each other. So is Islam is going to fix a problem? No, Islam is the problem. They are the same as they are just the children of Satan, who is possessed with evil and violence.
Yes,
They
correct.
cannot live without it.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, 100% correct. Even, I mean, I'll tell you quick family story. We're originally from half of my family, they are Assyrians from Iran, and the other half is Assyrian from Turkey. The ones from Iran, they ran from Iran through persecution, and the ones from Turkey, they ran from Turkey. They came to Iraq, they faced genocide in Iraq, some went to Syria, some went back to Russia, or some went to Russia in the Caucasus, things like that, to escape Islam. Some remained, some ran into the mountains. It's generation after generation. After every generation has raised something. Even us, I'm about 40 years old. Same thing in the 90s, in the 80s. All we saw was killing, murder. You know, it's like you said, it's never nonstop. Iraq, I would like to say, Iraq was one day full of Jews, filled with Jews. Baghdad itself in the 20th century, the beginning of the 20th century, before the First World War, was 1/3 of the population. Imagine Baghdad today is a city of 10 million people. Baghdad was 33% Jewish 100 years ago, and 33% Christian and 33% Muslim. Imagine just 100 years ago, it was majority non-Muslim. Today, maybe there's 3 or 4 Jews left in all of Iraq.
And then they
Where
say
did
to
they all
you,
go?
and then they say to you that people in Gaza they are suffering from genocide when they are 2 millions now, but they
What a
used to
joke.
be less than 70,000 30, 40 years ago. So
What a joke.
The Jews disappear, nobody
Yeah,
complained. The
yeah,
Assyrian, by the way, Iraq, guys, Iraq is the land of the Assyrian, and there is no Assyrian in Iraq.
yeah,
You know, so who is the one who did genocide? This is their land. I mean, all of us we knew the history of Iraq. The
yeah,
Assyrian, they used to be like an amazing, scary empire. You know, they even the Assyrian they enslaved the whole nation of Israel. They
yep,
used to fight the Roman face to face, and they defeat the Roman many times. And look what happened. So
yeah,
they speak of genocide, but they are the one who do colonize. They invade Iraq, they took Iraq, they changed the name of Iraq, they changed the
yeah,
language of Iraq. Everything in this country have nothing to do with the Arab. Arab have nothing, they have zero
yeah.
ownership of this land.
But when they want, they claim the history, you know. They, oh, look, Iraqi history. This is Arab history. You know, look at
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
But my
joke.
friend,
But
I pray that the Assyrian people one day they will gather themselves. There is millions of them around the world, and they will be
yes,
united one day, and they will be able to take their land back, the same as the Jews they took their land. Never lose hope, because you see,
of course,
who
under the
can
banner
believe?
of Christ, everything is possible.
Yeah,
CP.
who can
Under
believe that the Jews, after thousands of years, they will be able to have their state? That is like it's a joke to say it actually.
it's
You know,
it's
just
really impossible. It's really unbelievable.
exactly. So you can do it.
What
You
yeah,
can
what
do it. Just
happened in 1948?
teach your kids about your right,
Yeah,
the birth of right they have. This is your land. This is your history. Take back your
amen.
land, no matter what is going
Yep.
to cost, and you will have it.
Amen. Amen.
All right,
Amen.
brother. God bless you,
Thank
and
you,
thank you
Christian
for calling.
Prince. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless
God
you.
bless.
Take care.
God bless. Take care.
Bye bye.
Actually, I have an Assyrian friend I never met. Never met. His name is in the chat, Sahih Christian. I think I know him for 20 years, maybe. Is that correct, Sahih Christian, or less or more? I'm not sure. There's a lot of wonderful people from Assyria. They struggle in their life, but wherever they go, they are good citizens. Now, for sure, there's bad and good everywhere. There's bad Assyrian, good Assyrian, the same as anything. But those are the people who deserve to have their land, but nobody speak for them. They are forgotten. You will see every scumbag from those who they are striking in New York. They speak about the indigenous, yet they themselves, they are the colony. Like those who speak about colonizing, shouldn't you yourself leave and go back where you came from and give the land to the Indian? What about you start with yourself? They are the most hypocrite, liars, counterfeit. If you go and speak to those people who strike in the street, Free Palestine, and they are against capitalism, they are against colonialism, whateverism you want. What about you yourself? You start from yourself and leave the land, give it to the Indian. Isn't it this is the land of the Indian? They are here. The Indian are not dead. Give them their land. What are you waiting for? Be the best example, but nobody want to go where he came from. The one who claimed to be Jews, he don't want to go anywhere. The one who claimed to be African, he don't want to go anywhere. The one who claimed from Germany, from Europe, etc., they are staying in America. They don't want to give the land to the Indian. But yet they speak against colonizing. Like this is evil. This is disgusting. But they will never give the land back to the people. Hypocrite. Hypocrite and a bunch of liars. As the Bible says, from their fruits you shall know them. They say something, they do the opposite. They speak about freedom of speech, but not your speech. You know, when you see an idiot is trying to destroy a statue. Why? Because this is a statue for someone he used to own a slave. What about destroy the Kaaba? This is the land of slavery. Muhammad himself, he owned a slave. What about we destroy his graveyard? What about you destroy every mosque? Don't you know that in Islam, until now, every mosque teaches slavery? What about we destroy the tomb of Pharaoh? Don't you know that the Pharaoh, everything he built is by slaves? This is how stupid they are. They are certified evil donkeys. Imagine us now going to the tomb of the Pharaoh and destroying it. Why? Because the Pharaoh, he owns slaves. People will die laughing about, this is the same as Taliban. Those are Taliban. Those are the savage of the 21st century. And we found them laughable, adorable, sometimes disgusting. Let us see if we have any more callers. All right. Anyone want some coffee? Hello? Hello? If you don't talk, I will block you. Talk. All right. You don't want to talk? All right. Another person. Hello?
Hello. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, CP?
I'm fine. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and blessed New Year. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. Did you call me before?
No, no, I've never called you before. It's the first time.
Okay, guys, you see, this is why I'm upset. They never called me before. Why? Because I am Arab. They don't like Arab people. Racist. They are racist. Is that why?
No, I'm busy.
No, no, we have to.
I've
No,
got
no, I'm
nothing
just,
brave
I'm
enough.
just playing, I'm just playing liberal for some time. You know, we have to accuse you of racism. So,
Of course.
I see in your text it says you are an ex-Muslim.
I am. I am. I don't use my real name in the chat. I
I
am
will
Anna.
not tell you. I will not tell them that your name is Muhammad. I promise.
Oh, thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Yes. No, I'm yes, I'm an ex-Muslim. I was actually born a Christian. I'm in the UK. And then I went to university, and very stupidly, I became a Muslim at uni, which was the worst decision of my life. I got married to a Muslim,
Oh, no,
which
no,
was
no. You did not marry a Muslim. You married Abdul.
I did. I did.
All right.
I did.
Oh boy.
Um, I converted to Islam to get married, basically, but was told a nice picture of how everything would be and how everything was. And then once I was married and I had my first daughter, everything kind of changed. My husband, unfortunately, was very abusive, and Islam was used to justify it. I wasn't allowed out. I wasn't allowed to study. I couldn't read any text. I wasn't allowed on social media. I didn't have access to like YouTube or anything. And I was stuck there for about 25 years until there was my neighbors, God bless them, called the police one day, and it was mine and my children's one chance to get out, and we did. We were homeless for about 6 months. We lost everything. I lost my house, all my possessions. We just left everything there. We ran basically. But then I thought, I've lost everything. I don't want to leave my Islamic faith. I was still kind of stuck, and but I had the freedom to study and to come to YouTube, and I found your channel. I found a few other channels, but your channel was the one that made me able to read the Hadith and see how ridiculous it all was. And I left. It took 4 years to leave Islam. After I'd left home, it took another 4 years before I had the courage to leave Islam. And then about a year ago, I accepted Christ through listening to you on your channel, and it's been a blessing on me and my kids. Unfortunately, my kids are kind of put off religion. My older, well, they're adults, so my younger children are accepting Christ now through my example, but my older children hate religion. I think they still believe in God. I pray that there is a chance they will find Christ. I trust they will. Um, but yeah, that's where we are now. We had to move to a different area where my husband's family can't find us. That's why I use a different name online. But yeah, it was very hard. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for your channel. It literally saved me. And if anybody is, especially like women who are stuck, because it's very hard to get out. If you have children, you're told you'll never get out. You'll get no support there. There is support out there if you have to leave a bad situation. And there is always help somewhere. So I just wanted to call and say thank you so much for your channel.
You're welcome.
It's helped me.
The Lord will never forsake his people. I went through a lot
Yeah,
of harsh time in my life, and always the Lord is with me and never been left alone, even when I am all the time, literally, I'm alone. So, sister, I'm
yeah.
happy that you left Islam and
Thank you.
that you found my channel. You do not need to thank me. I did not do anything. I don't know who's listening to me. I don't know who's leaving, who's staying. But it is the truth who set you free. It's not me. That's what the Lord He said. So when people
Yeah,
define the truth, People, they get deceived. You get deceived. You married a Muslim. You have
Yeah,
children from the Muslim. Took you a long time to find
yeah,
out that this is nothing but a form of deception, and Islam is nothing but evil. But now you are
yeah,
free, and we pray that the
yeah,
Lord forgive our sin, and our wrong that we did it through lifetime. And
mhm,
always the door is open for people who wanna repent and come back. He said, "Knock at my
yeah,
door, and I will open for you." And you did, and you are back. So welcome home.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, CP. And I was thinking, why did I do it? I see now I was very stupid, but I was like, I have a degree, I'm doing a master's now, so why? But it was just so easy to fall into if you're not told the whole picture. And always now, if whatever anybody tells me, even from channels, I'll research it, I'll find the evidence myself, and I'll look at it myself and make sure I'm sure that it's right before I accept it. Because I don't ever want to be, sucked into something again that is as bad as it was. And I look back now, and yeah, life was
But
terrible and it was hard, but it was a blessing.
I don't want to like interrupt you, but you know
No,
that you
no,
are not going to get a river of wine in heaven, right?
no.
You don't want to get a river of wine. What about a river of Pepsi?
I'd like a river of Pepsi.
I mean, what a stupid
Something
religion.
nice.
There's a God, he promised me a river of milk, a river of
Yes.
a river of wine. What a crazy stupid cult.
Oh,
And not
yeah. I
and
look back now
and
and I think, yeah.
what make it more stupid that the wine is going to be mixed with ginger.
Oh no.
Yeah, zanjabil. This is what the Quran is
Oh,
saying. Yeah,
it's
what a
ridiculous,
stupid.
really.
Uh-huh. All right, sister. Thank you for being
Thank
with
you so
us and
much.
sharing your. But maybe you can call some other time and tell us about your experience, how they were able to convert you into Islam, like what they did exactly.
I was actually told that it was just really good. It was so feminist, and it was so freeing for women, and it was,
Islam is feminist.
the best life. Yeah, and I actually believed it until I was stuck, and then once you're in,
That's it.
obviously I've had to move because I can't be known as an ex-Muslim in the community I used to live in. Um, so yeah, once you're in, it's especially if you're marrying or you have children, it's very hard to get out, and then you are literally trapped, and
Yeah.
that's what it was. It was impossible to get out until my neighbor saved us, basically.
All right. Well, happy for you, sister. Thank you for calling, and Merry
Thank
Christmas
you
and
so much.
Happy New Year for you and your family.
Thank you so much, and you, CP. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye, Muhammad.
Bye bye.
Because remember, I promised not to tell her name, which is Muhammad. I'm just joking. I remember when I was a kid, I told my dad that I want to buy a drum. And my dad, he looked at me, he says, "You want to buy a drum, huh?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "What do you want to do with it?" I said, "To play with it." But you know that the drum is loud? I said, "Dad, I promise you, I will play drum only when you are asleep." He said, "Oh, okay." So my dad, he went and he got me a drum. And then I went to his bedroom and I keep my promise. I go to his bedroom, I look, oh, he's asleep. So I go to the other room and start playing. And then he wake up, he says, "Listen, no, you don't play when I'm asleep. Play when I'm not." Okay? Oh, okay. All right. Let's see if we have anyone want to call us. If you like to join us, just tell us you like to join. All right. Okay, we have somebody want to share something with us.
Hello.
Hello.
CP. God bless you.
God bless you too. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and
What do
Happy
you
New
want to
Year
share
to
with
everybody.
us?
Well, basically, the experience. I live in Puerto Rico, and obviously, I mean, the sickness in Puerto Rico isn't Islam. We're fighting another sickness, mostly liberal immoralities and the product of liberal culture.
Brother,
But
I
yes,
wanna let me apologize. I cannot take your call because your voice is unclear at all, and there's a lot of background noise.
okay,
So can you maybe fix it and see how you can do so we can hear you again?
yes,
All
thank you.
right. All right. Thank you. Yeah, if you can fix your microphone, uh, because it's coming really bad and we will not be able to understand. If you are texting me in Skype, please just tell me, don't text me to say to me Merry Christmas. If you want to join us, only text me and I will call you. Maybe we are out of callers for today. And I know like it's getting, maybe it's a New Year time for some of you. What is the time for, let's see, what is the time now in Europe? I don't know. Depends where are you. Okay. Yeah, some of you maybe soon you have your New Year, some of you already. If you live, let us say, what is the time now in Indonesia or in Korea, local time, Korea. In Korea is going to be New Year after 3 minutes. New Year will be celebrated in Korea after 3 minutes. What we can do actually, we can go to Korea live stream. There's many channels, they are doing live stream in Korea right now. And we can see if there is anything there. Let us see live stream. Okay. Maybe this one.
Your people can finally manage.
Commercial as usual. All right. Yeah, this is a channel in South Korea, but we see nothing yet there. There's a 3 minute left supposedly to people there to celebrate the new year. Well, anyway, we wish them a new year and happy days to come. Remember always that this is the year of the Lord, not your year. It is the year of the Lord. So remember always, if you want to have a true time, it's not about party, it's not about being drunk and stupid, it's not about fornicating, it's not about crimes you do. For many people, they commit crimes today. New Year have nothing to do with the party they do. It's okay if you have firework, no problem. I mean, God wants you to be happy. Happiness is not against Christianity. In fact, happiness is encouraged in Christianity. When a human being, he listens to music and he dances, it's not against Christianity. Be happy. But there is a decency in everything we do. And there is something evil we should not do. So there is a huge difference between, getting naked and dance in the street and do sexual dance as some women they do. Like you see a woman, she is bending over and her ass is shaking like a yo-yo. You do that, you are just a sexual object. You are not dancing. In fact, you are acting like a monkey. This is what animals do. So if you want to dance, dance as a human, celebrate as a human, enjoy music as a human, and listen to human music, not satanic ones. You listen to satanic music, you are in the club of Satan. Everything have to have reasoning, everything we do. Will you answer me with men the word? What does that mean? Anyone understand what this question? Would you answer me? Would men the word? Maybe you would mean the word. What is the question? Give me the question. Time of danger and evil, the eternal Yahweh lift up warrior like you for good. Thank you, my friend. God bless you. You know, people, they say things about me I don't deserve, really. I'm nobody, you know. I do little work. Yes, it consumed a lot of years in my life, maybe most of it, but still I believe it is little work, you know. I believe we can do more. We should do more. And, you know, at the end of the day, uh, you gain yourself. You see, when you listen to those people who they say to you, I listen to you and I decide to leave Islam and became a Christian, you know, for me, I get, I don't want to say the word get paid. I want to say I get a massive reward. I don't deserve it, you know. I don't deserve the compliment of those people, but it makes me so happy. Uh, so it's like, you know, harvesting. You know, you work as a farmer, took you a lot of work, a lot of time, and then finally, a person you see, like in the field, in a dry field, there's nothing. You know, you keep fighting the weeds. You know, I'm blocking weeds here, weed there. You see nothing but weeds, and then finally you see a flower coming up, and then a flower maybe will become a tree. So this is really what make you feel that your time was not wasted, and it make you feel so good, very happy. So a new year for me is a new people, new listeners, new people are saved, new warriors. I hope many of you, especially the young ones, they will grow in faith and they will become warriors for Christ, not a couch potato who do nothing, care for nothing. If you don't do something in your life, you are nobody. See how many people they come to this earth, and how many of them we remember. You will be remembered for either being so ugly, so bad, so disgusting, or you will be remembered for being so good. If nobody remember you, this means you were not this or that. And the most important is if the Lord himself did not remember you, for you did nothing to him. That will be the scary thing. That I spend my life and I don't have my name in the book of the Lord, for I did nothing. I was just busy worshipping idols, worshipping myself, working for myself, taking care of myself. I never save a person. I never tried to save a person. I never attempt to invite a person. So what I did? Nothing. Nothing. My life was a waste of time. Worshipping myself, caring for myself, and it was a waste. You know, time goes so fast. Like when I say to you, one of my admins here, he knew me for 20 years, Sahih Christian. I find it very strange, you know. I mean, I just met the guy yesterday. And now we are 20, maybe 20 years after, and this person, he come to my chat always, and he is an admin in my chat. So when I first time he heard me, do you think he thought for a second he will be listening to me for the coming 20 years? That is not really possible. Time goes so fast. Faster than you think. Yesterday we were kids. Today we are grown men and women. Tomorrow you are going to be grandpa. and maybe the day after you are in your grave. Time goes so fast. So if you don't use time for the best of your time, you are just wasting your future, not only your time today. And I pray, many and more Christians, especially again from the young ones, they will become warriors who they defend the faith, they do act, they do work, they do like some kind of work, maybe they are better than us. Technology is improving. You have many tools we don't have when we were like young. You can reach to more people. In the same time, you stay vigilant. Don't let the technology eat you, swallow you. Use the technology to serve God, not the opposite. And always I advise those who want to be warrior not to be, let us say, consumed by the temptation of money. Money is the biggest, let us say, risk in our life. You know, like we say, money is the source of evil, but it's not really the money. It's how you think about it. You know, otherwise, money is just an exchange method of a product and service. But because of the way it is today, and because people they can make a lot of money from the internet. Like example, if I do now advertising in my channel, and I have 150 something thousand, and the other channel 150 something, so I can make good money just from advertising. So many they are motivated to work because of money. If this is your motivation, you never serve the Lord, even if you speak for the Lord. Even if you read the Bible, supposedly, even if you are a person who claims that you are doing service to God, but in reality, the major reason for you to be in this spot is to make money. And if that's what you become, you are no warrior, and you are no Christian, and you are just another product for the beast. It's called Google. There's no difference between somebody promote sex toys and someone promote sexual God, or even true God for the sake of money. For at the end of the day, the purpose was not the truth, the purpose was business. So be careful and don't let them trap you. You know, in front of us we have this beautiful picture drawn by somebody. I ask myself, if the Messiah wanted to make money, I mean, how much money he can make? The man who can make the blind see. How many people we see in the street, they are desperate for healing, and they are willing to pay a lot of money, if not all their life, saving, so they can be healed. How many people they cannot walk, and they are willing to pay every penny they have, so they can stand up in their feet again. Yet neither the disciple, neither the Messiah, they ask for return. And this is why they were beloved, and many they follow them. For they were not serving themselves. The Messiah himself, who is our Lord and we worship, he forced his disciple to accept him washing their feet. When they could not believe it, they said, Lord, we will not let you do it. He warned them, if you don't let me do it, you don't belong to me. So if the Lord was willing to wash our feet and for free, why we will not? Why we will not follow the steps of Jesus? So we can be victorious and we can be clean. Don't let the word marinate you with sin and money and all the garbage. All of us, we need money. Me, myself, right now, if I go out to do little shopping, I will be hungry. I will be starving. If I don't have money, it's reality. But this is not, about we reject money. No. It's about not to be living for money. Money, we work to have it so we can live, survive, not the opposite. When you make your money is the target, that is your God. As the Lord, He says, your heart is where your treasure is. So if your treasure is your money, well, your heart is there. If the treasure is with God, then money is just an assistant to your life. The same as food, the same as a clothing, the same as all things we need as an accessory of life. Doctors supposed to be doing a job to help the sick one. Doctors today, they became businessmen. Most of people hate doctors because sadly doctors, they have a very bad reputation. They are not there to heal you, they are there to suck your money. They are there to take your money. In fact, they are there to kill you, many of them. You don't even count for them as a human being. What they see, a product. So we need in our life always a doctor who is doing God work, healing work, and never ask for return. If you could not find that in your neighborhood, try to find it in yourself. If you could not find it in yourself, well, always there is the Messiah, He is there. Never worship yourself. Never fall into the traps. And never seek something beside the Lord. So I say to you at the end of this year, and I will let you go so you can enjoy your time with your family. I pray that the Lord will bring us more people, will free more people. I pray that more people will hate me, because the more they hate me, the more I'm doing good. The more people curse me, that means the more I'm offending them. And the more I'm offending them, the more I'm saying the truth. Those who offend nobody, they said nothing. The one who don't offend, he spoke nothing. In fact, he is just a hypocrite. If you don't offend anybody, that means you have no true opinion. And you never been truthful in what you believe. You're always worried about not to offend because you decide to be hypocrite. You decide to think something and to say something else. To avoid what? Offending somebody. And why he will be offended? For you said what you believe. What does that mean? You are no Christian no more. Because you don't even dare to say what you believe. And there is many priests we have in this life today, claiming to be priests in our churches. They warn you not to offend people. Why? Because they are satanic. A Christian who don't offend people is no Christian. In fact, you have to offend yourself. You speak to yourself about your sin. You have to be offensive to yourself. If you are not, and you cannot be offensive with yourself to offend yourself, that means you don't dare to face your own self to confess your sin. A truthful Christian is not someone smile and give hugs. Even though that's a good thing to do, to be friendly and loving to everybody. But a true loving person is the one who says things so he can change things for better. If you see somebody, he's doing drugs, and you know he will kill himself at the end of the day, should you tell him that drugs is bad, or just who care? Tell him you are fine, you look good. Ah, yeah. Or happy, I am happy for you. Which one we do? Which one we do? Offend and save life, or silence and watch death? So I pray that I will offend way more people in the future, I pray that more people will curse me, angry with me, hate me. For that mean I'm doing a great job. The more they hate you, the Lord, He speak to us about that. They will hate you. They will hate you because of me. They will curse you. They will kill you. They will put you to death. If they don't put you to death, if they don't seek your death, if they don't seek to silence you, if they don't seek to harm you, if they don't seek to stop you, that means you are doing nothing. You are just one of them. So either you go with the current of the sewage or you go against it. Which one you want to be? The one who offend and say the truth, or the one who run with the sewage? You choose. Happy New Year, blessed year by the Lord, and I say thank you all for all your support. I want to say special thanks for all those people who keep coming here always. I want to say I hope that my harsh words with some of you sometime is not hurting you, but as you know, it's my nature to say things as it is. I don't sugarcoat. I don't do politics. This is how I am, you know. It might be good, it might be bad, it's your decision. But for sure, I don't mean really to hurt the feeling of anyone, but what it's meant is to be truthful. So if you want the truth for Christian friends, pray that Christian friends will be truthful, will never sugarcoat, and will hurt the feeling when the feeling need to be heard. So we can wake up the sleep, we can awake the drunk, and we can save the one is drowning. For there is no other way. I want to say thank you for those who support us. I don't talk about donation, but I'm very thankful for those who support us. As you know, I go every day. I never mention it. I don't talk about it. It's even against my policy to mention anything about it. But today is a new year, and I want to say to those who support us by donation, thank you very, very much. Because of you, we were able to do a lot of work. Your support is very important. And if I ignore saying to you, thank you, doesn't mean I'm not thankful. In fact, I am. But I know that you are not waiting for me to say thank you, but it's because of your love you give. So my thank you doesn't mean anything, but I always appreciate what the Lord provide me, and I believe that the Lord provide you to me. So I appreciate the Lord using you for good. God bless. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and see you the next year, which is tomorrow. Take care. God is willing if we stay alive. God bless. Take care.